but I'm not even to my place yet. Oh yeah, here he comes. Oh, security. Yeah, going around checking things out. Hey, Tony here, Rain Adventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Where we're at right now, we're in a parking lot. And you can see the parking lot lights are on. But what are we doing? We're gonna do a stealth camp because I got an appointment in there tomorrow morning and it's gonna snow. And it's an early appointment and it's expected to snow overnight and it's gonna be very difficult to get here in the morning. So, hey, why not? So let's sleep here, right? So there are still shuttles going around. You park in the parking lot and then they've got these places that you can go to and catch the shuttle to get inside. Now, I've got a lot planned for tonight. Now, we can't stay right here in the parking lot because the snow is gonna start overnight and the plows will be going all around. So the idea, oh, that's a moon squirrel. So the idea is we've got to wait for this parking lot to pretty much clear out. It's after 5 o'clock, but then we're going to make our way over to the parking garage. And we're not going to go to the top floor because the top floor has no roof on it. So they'll be plowing that as it snows. But we can't stay in this parking lot. So the idea is to go one level down so we've got a roof over us, but it's gonna be well lit. I've made something for the car. I'll show you that. I think that's gonna help. All right, well, I'm gonna get back in the car and, wait. So the idea is just to kind of sit here and lay low until we can make our way up to the parking garage. It is 6:30 right now. I came up to the very top floor of the garage. This is level 5. So I'm on the very top. And you can see there's no roof over it, but it gives us a good look at the hospital. So there is a construction that's going on at the front of the hospital. They're building a whole new section of the hospital. When I was here the other day, I think they said it was going to take till 2029 to finish it. If they stay on budget or on time. So these are the elevators that take you to the main part of the hospital. You just can ride them up and down. We're not going to go in there because we're not taking the elevator. We're planning on staying up here. Now, I could cook up here, and I was looking around. There's at least one that I can see security camera over near where my car is parked. And that would be the red light. On the other side of the red light is a dome, but you can see how I pulled in here with the car. The front of the car, there is signs that say, do not pile snow, but right there is the security camera. But this is a look down over the wall. You can see there's still a lot of cars in the parking lot. But it is clearing out. However, when I drove up here to the top, every floor below me has a lot of cars in it still, so I've still got to wait a little bit. Unless I do my cooking up here, away from this security camera. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the stuff out of the refrigerator, get it up to the front of the car, and then maybe we'll go ahead and get it cooking, right? So I've got the Blue Eddy, that's what we're gonna use to cook with. I've got a cook pot back there. I'll dig that out, but whatever we're eating is in the refrigerator. I went to the butcher before we came out here and I got something that we're gonna be eating, but it's not a ribeye. So we're going low key, but we are going carnivore. Let me get all that stuff together, get in the back seat, find a spot that we can cook away from this security camera. Well, hopefully they're not watching. Okay, I pulled over to this spot here. Oh, there's some employees leaving. You can see them heading down the garage. I've got everything in the back of the car on the side, but I got to still get set up yet. I think this will be a good spot to cook, but I don't think it'll be a good spot to sleep, especially with that snow coming. Unless the weatherman's wrong. We'll have to wait and find out tomorrow morning. All right, well, let me get the rest of this set up. I'm set up in the back, and if you're new to the channel, when I sit in the back seat, the second setting for the seats for different drivers, number 2 makes that front seat, the driver's seat, go all the way forward to give me plenty of room back here. So I do have the AC plugged in from the Blue Eddy. So that's my plug extension cord that I run to the front. We're going to be cooking with this cook pot. This is the Dezen cook pot. It's got a lid here. Oh. So we got that. We got the plug. Man, it is chilly in here. It is 31 degrees out right now outside. It is a little warmer in here. I do have something to take the chill off a little bit later, but I think once we start cooking, we should be good. What are we having? Something good for a cold night. So we are going to have cheeseburger soup. So I grabbed a pound of hamburger. Now, I'm not going to use the whole pound. I'll show you that in a little bit. But we got, well, if you have a cheeseburger, you need cheese. So I got some cheddar chards. Chards? I don't know if I've heard of chards. Did you ever hear chards? I don't know. I was just thinking cheddar cheese. Hopefully it's the same thing. I think it should be. And then, how are we making it? Well, we're putting some heavy whipping cream, some water, and also, I got it in this bag. You know, what is that? I've got pluck. So, P-L-U-C-K. It is beef organs. So that's going to be our seasoning. This is a great seasoning. It's called pluck. And we're going to use that to season up our soup. All right, I got to get this plugged in, get it fired up, get to cooking. So I do use this cutting board for my lap, so it builds like a little table. But I'm going to turn this on. So when that green light's on, you know it's got power. And there's 2 settings, one lower, I think it's 250 watts, and the other one is 650 or something like that. Come on, open. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to dump this right out of the bag. Like I said, we're doing the whole pound, and then I'll take some out for another meal. And depending on when we wake up in the morning, how bad it is, and I have to get into the doctor's appointment, but I might save half of this for breakfast. So there's that bag. So we'll put some stuff in there. But this is going to be a minute till I get all this browned up and ready for our next ingredient. So I'll probably put the lid on and let it simmer for a little bit in its own fat and grease. Yeah, where's the lid? Oh, cooking in the back of the cars can be a little challenging. I put the lid. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got the lid. So my original idea was to go to the woods this week, but unfortunately, it's hunting season in Pennsylvania. So I wasn't going to be able to go into the woods to do any camping, because with this beard, it looks like a deer running through the woods. Even if I had put orange on, Pennsylvania, I mean, hunting season started the other day, but as the season goes on, even after a couple days, guys start getting together and doing what's called driving, where they set up a line of guys and then they'll drive deer to those guys, and they'll cover a lot of territory. So that's what was going to be taking place probably today and tomorrow. So wanted to kind of avoid that, and this worked out perfect. All right. That's going to need a little bit more time. Okay, let's turn that up to the highest setting. It's just pushing it forward, and that'll get that going really good. Whoa, she's a steaming. Yeah, she is. Oh, I think that's just about done. Yeah, that's a boiling good. Ooh, that's a lot of fat in there. So this is 81%. So, got fat in it. All right, I'm going to turn that down to the lower setting and get my next ingredient ready. Ooh, I got big old chunks in there. That's how I like it. Big old bite sizes. Yeah. Let's show you. Oh, don't drop it. Yeah, look at that big old piece. Oh, that's a big piece there. I got about half of the burger out of the pot. I'm gonna let this just sit over here and cool a little bit out of the way. Oh, I hear a helicopter coming. Oh, my window's steamed up. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but that's helicopter leaving or coming. One or the other. All right, what's next? I'm going to turn this back on. I think what I want to do is my cheese next. I want to get that in there and get that kind of melting a little bit. So charred? Yeah. Oh, curds, cheddar curds. I was calling it chards. All right, so I just want a little bit of that to make it a little bit of cheesy soup because it's a cheeseburger soup. Let's get that in there. That's good. I don't want too many of those. And I'll melt that a little bit, and then we will add our next ingredients. Ooh, starting to bubble up again. I guess curds just mean big old chunks. I don't know. But we'll give it a second, and then I'll start pouring in some of our heavy whipping cream. Okay, just about a quarter of a cup. And that's going to mix with the fat as well that's already in there. So we're going to make this a pretty rich soup. I got to get a little bit of water in there, then close up the lid and let it simmer a little bit. So the last thing we got to put in there is our pluck, a little bit of seasoning. And stir it in. Now, I'm not going to use any salt for this because pluck actually has, well, at least it tastes a little salty. Then we got that cheese, adding salt, and that should be about it. All right, next thing, let it cool off and simmer just a bit more, and then it's time for bon appetit. Okay, pull the lid off, and we are going to take our first bite. Oh, I just don't want to spill it all over me. So I am not putting it in a bowl because I do not want to risk pouring it from this into a bowl. All right. Boy, I got some big old chunks in there. All right. This is what it looks like. Nice and steamy. Let's see how it tastes. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. In Jesus' name, amen. Still hot. But delicious. It is. Oh, that's good. If you've never had it, you got to try it. And now you can add bacon to this as well. So bacon cheeseburger soup. I usually don't do the bacon cheeseburger soup. Oh, look at that drippy, melty cheese there. And that cheese is actually pretty tasty. All right, second bite. So with the temperature dropping, doesn't get any better than this. A little bit of soup, and on a cold, wintry night, that's going to snow. If the weatherman's right. Hopefully he is. I like snow, or at least to see it. And I like actually driving in the snow too. So I could have waited and drove over in the morning, but the appointment's so early. If the roads are bad, not even plowed, then I got a couple of mountains to go over to get here. So this works out perfect. Well, I'm going to finish this. I'll talk to you when I'm done. Just getting everything cleaned up, and we got Lifeline pulling back out. They must have dropped somebody off. I can hear it. It's on the other side of that building. Yeah, let's hope they're okay. So I've got everything put away. I'm gonna jump back in the front seat because we're not gonna stay here. We're gonna go to a different spot to sleep for the night. Here's another car going. I pulled down to the lower level, but I'm not at the spot that I'm gonna stay at. I pulled down off the top level just to kind of see how it is. There's still a lot of cars here, but I just saw right before that car left, I saw the security guard. So they got security coming around, head up to the top. Now, I'm thinking he'll come back down. That's the first time that I saw him, so I don't know. I think we'll be good once I get set up wherever I'm going to set up, but I'm not even to my place yet. Oh yeah, here he comes. Oh, security. Yeah, going around checking things out. That's nice. That they go around and make sure the parking lot's safe. Now that's the first time that I've seen him, and I've been here since 5 o'clock, and it's already 9:30. So he's not making too many rounds. So maybe that's a good sign for us. Once we get to our spot settled in, if he were to come up and ask, well, I do have an appointment tomorrow, so I'll just let him know, hey, with this pending snowstorm coming, I wanted to get here early, got here real early. He doesn't know. He doesn't have to know we ate dinner, but got here early so that I would make sure that I'm here. Oh, there goes another car. Yeah. So that one's coming. So I guess they'll be coming and going all night long because there are emergencies, doctors, there's different shifts. Well, it's the way it's going to be, right? Alrighty, here we go. Okay, it's 11:30. I've moved down one row, so you can see that over there is all valet parking. So we can't park over there. We're going to have to park over here because right across from me, every spot is taken on level 4 the whole way down and around. So what I had to do is I had to park right here. And what I'm going to do is get set up. I've got the back of the car backed up to the cement there. I want to be able to do a time lapse. So I was trying to get closer so we could see out, so we could see the snow coming in the time lapse. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's getting late and I got to go to bed because I got to get up for my appointment earlier, but I wanted to show you what I made. So let me get you in the car here. There's cars coming and going. But one of the things that I wanted, because I knew there would be a lot of lights, and if you can see up here, I've got paracord on that handle and it comes all the way across to this handle right there. You can see the paracord. Now this is a black curtain. So I can't sew, so what I did is I got iron-on seam, and that goes up on top of my cargo net, and I can just pull it down and then drape it over the seats, kind of like that. And then I'll put it back up over the chair and stuff. But you can see it's not very see-through at all. So that'll help with that light that's right over there and one right above me. So it's kind of bright inside the parking garage here. So I'm going to take a look from the front and see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's really dark. Yeah, you can't see in there at all. And the idea is not to put window shades up. So because that's a dead giveaway that somebody's in here, but I want to block the light because I need to sleep. Yeah, so let me walk back here to the back. And then I'm going to pop this open and then crawl inside. Okay, we are in the back. I got to close it. Come on, close, close, close. I forget which one it is. I always do this. That's lock, unlock. Close. There we go. Whew. All right, so I hang my keys right up there. Might as well give it a lock. All right, so it is 21 degrees out right now. That is cold. So I did not have the heat running for a while because I was trying to sit here and not be obvious. I had one car that went by while I was getting this curtain fixed. So I put it up over the chairs so you can still see, when you look in the window, you still see the front seats. But I had to set this up over here too. We got a little buddy. So I am going to fire that up a little bit, but you can see this tray right here. So this is made for the little buddy. It's a tray that locks into this grate. And then I've got a fan right on top of it. And that's one of those wood stove fans. As it heats up, that'll spin around. Now that was a gift from Mr. Doberstein last year at the end of winter, and I didn't get a chance to use it. And we're going to give it a try in the car here. Because like I said, I want to get it just a little bit warm in here and see how it does. Now, I do have a window cracked, but I just want to get it to the pilot light. Yeah, push down. Usually it's 2 cranks. You can see the pilot just came on there. And we're going to put it on medium. Ooh, it's a flaming up. I'm going to turn this light off so we can see it. Okay, it's going to take a minute because it is cold in here. But boy, I already feel that heat. Fan didn't even start turning yet. But once that gets nice and glowing, then that fan will start turning and it'll circulate some hot air around here. Now, I'm not saying that I need that big old fan there on it, but I want to see how this works. I've tested it out in the studio, and it works really good, but it'll take a minute. Oh, there she's starting. That didn't take long. Ooh, I can already feel that air, that hot air moving around in here. So I'm only going to let this on for about 10 minutes at a time, and I'll only do it when I'm awake, just to take a chill off. Usually, I've spent the night already in the car when it's been 18 degrees out with just my top quilt and my puffy jacket. So this is going to get hot quick. So I'm not going to run it very long. I just wanted to see how it worked. That is really nice. Ooh, toasty. All right. Well, you know what we say. It's time for bed, and we usually say lights out. Good night, and I will see you in the morning. All right. Tony 2.0, lights out. See you in the morning. Okay, I woke up to check to see if it started snowing. Oh, I got my beanie on. So I was right over here. And because I got up, I saw that there was spots open on the other side, and I backed the car in here. So now I am close to the outside wall. So no snow yet. And the parking lot's getting pretty empty down there, but there's still some employees, I would imagine, that are parked down there. I can hear the helicopter again. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. No snow yet, but it's coming. I just looked on the radar. It's definitely coming. Oh, yeah, I hear the helicopter. So the helicopter pad is over in that direction on the other side of that building. So it's probably firing up to go take off and go somewhere to pick somebody up. Hopefully it's not a bad situation, but anytime that life flight goes out, it's usually not good. All right, I'm gonna crawl back in here and go back to bed because I'm shivering. I'd even wait for the helicopter, but I can't. I gotta get back in here. All right, good night. Well, good morning. Well, looks like we got our snow. Oh, I think I just heard a plow go by out there. That woke me up. Well, I didn't say what time my appointment was this morning, but it is 9 a.m. So that's a good thing. I got some good sleep last night. It's dark in here. A lot of the cars left already this morning, but a lot of them came. Something about this car garage is that when any cars go by, it bounces. So the whole floor bounces, almost like sleeping in a hammock. All right, well, I got to get up. I got to get a couple things done. I got to get into my appointment. I wasn't planning on sleeping that long, but it was nice and cozy in here. Yeah, I was sleeping good. All right, let me get that hatch open. But yeah, I did use the puffy. This is made by Z-Pack, this hat. It's a possum fur. That was given to me by Stitch a couple years ago. And that is one warm hat. Feels good. All right, well, let me pop the hatch open, then I'll get this stuff put away. It's so dark in here, I gotta put my little light on my camera. Ooh, there is snow. All right, I'll slide out here and let's take a look around. That's what I heard. There's the plow going. Yeah. Ooh, we got snow on the bumper. I'm gonna get that closed up. Oh, it's hitting me in the head. Yeah. Now we got about 2 inches of snow there already. Oh, it's a good thing I came over last night. Oh boy, it is cold. I'm gonna get in the car and turn the heater on for a minute, and then I gotta get in to my appointment. I got just a little bit of time left before I gotta get in there. So let me get in there and heat this up. Yeah, I'm sitting here getting warmed up, and it's only the second time I saw the security team, but they did go up on the next level, and they are working with the snow and stuff. I'm warming up. Yeah, I will say I slept in. Yeah, here comes the plow now in the garage. So that was a good call that we didn't sleep up there, because they are plowing, and there goes the plow, there goes security. All right, well, we don't got to worry about getting caught now. We are done. Yeah. All right. You know, I was just thinking, they do have a cafeteria here. I haven't eaten there in years. I think I only ate there once, and that was like 6 years ago. Maybe I go there and get the continental breakfast. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that because my appointment's coming up in a couple minutes. So I've got to get going to my appointment, and I think I'm going to go have breakfast in there. I'll probably get eggs. I think they've got eggs, sausage, or eggs and bacon, and some coffee. So I've got to get in, get rolling. I got to get this day going. But I, you know what? I probably won't leave. I don't have anything else to do today. So I'll get out of my appointment, have breakfast, maybe just come out here, sit and hang out. Don't forget, there are videos every Thursday night like this one. So you never know what we could be doing, but we might be doing something. We could do a stealth camp, car camp, just regular camping, anything like that. But I want you to have an awesome week and even a better weekend. And I want you to also know that I really do appreciate you coming along on these random adventures. I know it's not in the woods, it's not out in nature, But hey, we got some nature blowing in on us, a little bit of snow. So you stay safe out there, and we will catch you on the next random adventure. Tony 2.0 out in the snow. Well, a little bit. All right, we'll see you next week.